Well, what do we have here? Mr. Teacup's uploading a video after nearly one goddamn year. Jesus Christ. Well, I do have a pretty good excuse. It's an excuse all you people, everybody out there can relate to. And you know what it is? It's called life. And I think that gets in the way for everyone. And honestly, I'm just a lazy fuck. You know, I remember last year when I made a video, I made a joke about, oh yeah, see you guys next year when I make another fucking commentary. Jesus Christ. You know, Jesus Christ. I honestly didn't expect to upload another video nearly 1 year late. But honestly, I've been working on other projects. I've been working on other channels. I've been working on streaming and that. And obviously life in university has got in the way. But today, I felt like making a commentary because recently, a couple of months ago, I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Actually, not Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Infinite Legacy Edition, which came with the Holy Grail, Call of Duty Remastered. Well, Modern Warfare Remastered. And so today, I'm going to give my opinion about it. And also, this is my second take at this commentary because yesterday I actually made this commentary in that. And I thought it was really good in that, but I made yesterday's commentary going by playing the game from a couple of months ago. Like, up until yesterday, I hadn't played this, or obviously Modern Warfare, for around about 2 to 3 months in that. Obviously, because I hadn't had the time in that. And the game has changed recently, because I just got off playing it right now to try and get a little bit of gameplay. And also, there's going to be gameplay in the background. It's going to be nothing impressive, because I can't give you any tips on how to play this game because this is a game from fucking 10 years ago. The tips back then still goddamn stand. And also, I'm shit at console games now. I was never really that great back in the day. I was a console gamer through and through back in the day. I hated mouse and keyboard. But I've gone over. I love mouse and keyboard now. I'm a fucking PC gamer. And I struggle playing console games nowadays. Like, I used to love the controller back in the day. But I fucking hate the Xbox One controller. I find the PlayStation controller to be a superior. They suit my hands a lot better. And I just can't aim. I'm all over the place. It's just like, give me a goddamn mouse and keyboard. I kind of regret getting it on the Xbox. I wish I got it on the PS4. And also I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I wish I got it on PC and that. But I don't know, for me, like, Call of Duty is just a console experience. Like, I have played CODs on PC and that, and it's just not the goddamn same. But anyway, yeah, going back, I tried to make this commentary, like, yesterday and that, and it was so positive. Like, I was just kissing the ass of this game. I was sucking its dick. And it was pretty much the deadly poison nostalgia talking. Like, I had my nostalgia goggles on, and I was just like, I was transported back to 2007. I was fucking noshing it off real good. And a lot of those points I'm going to bring up again in this commentary now, because a lot of them still stand. But the game has changed a little bit since I last played it around about 2 to 3 months ago. And we're going to talk about that right now. Because recently I got an Xbox yesterday. And like, since the last time I played Modern Warfare, there was like a 9 gig update. It was like a 7 or 9 gig update to the game. To my knowledge, it didn't fucking add anything. I was like, what the fuck? But when I got on yesterday, what really fucking pissed me off, well not yesterday, today, what really fucking pissed me off about the game was that they've added a map pack to this game. And this is the thing, like, obviously I'm not, you know, leaving this out. 10 years ago, this game had one map pack where it came with Creek, Kill House, what was the other 2 maps? Broadcast, and Chinatown. Chinatown, which is one of my favorite fucking maps in the whole Call of Duty franchise. They had that back in the day, and that was all right back in the day. That was the only map pack they released. But they've re-released it again on the remastered version, and it's not free. And that is what has been rustling my jimmies, because this game is fucking expensive, because the majority of players who had to buy this game had to spend between £50 to £70 to get the fucking legacy of edition of Infinite Warfare, which I'm not going to criticize Infinite Warfare because I haven't played it yet. Obviously I'm not going to be one of those guys like, oh, the game fucking sucks, even though I haven't played it. I'm not going to be like that. I might give it a go in the future and that. But I honestly, I don't really fucking care. The game's like 60 gig, and I can't be asked to sit around for that to fucking install. You know, like that. I've got a commentary coming up where I talk about my opinion on the modern day consoles, and that is a point I'm going to be bringing up, the size of these games and how fucking long they take to install. But anyway, I'm really goddamn pissed off because a lot of people had to pay a lot of money for this, and they couldn't, you know, they couldn't do a nice thing. You know, they couldn't be like, you know what, we've basically remastered this game. We haven't had to do much. We haven't had to create any new original ideas. We've already had the framework for the game and that. We could have given away this, you know, this simple map pack, only 4 maps for free to these players who spent all this money, but no, fuck them. We're charging £12 for these fucking maps. That has hugely pissed me off, and I'm not going to go anywhere near it. I'm not going to purchase it at all. But also another thing I want to bring up, which has changed in the past 2 to 3 months, is microtransactions. So obviously, if you followed this channel at all over the past couple of years, whenever I make a Call of Duty commentary, I sort like fuck about microtransactions, because obviously the generation we're living in with video games and that, obviously the generations I've been through, I've seen how microtransactions have just come from nothing to being in every single fucking game nowadays. It's like every single game, even full price games, feel like those mobile games. They feel like the mobile games you get on your phone. They're just filled with microtransactions, and they fucking piss me off. But this is the thing. At first, I didn't care about the microtransactions in Modern Warfare Remastered because they were all cosmetics. Like, it was just gun skins, calling tags, whatever, calling cards, whatever, stuff like that. Stuff that was available in Black Ops 3, and stuff I did not give two fucks about. I could not care less. Like, if like the skin, you know, gave like +1 damage and stuff like that, then I'd boycott the game, and then I wouldn't give a shit about it. You know, obviously I wouldn't get, you know, I'd be really pissed off that a player could spend money and get advantage over me, even though like he could have advantage in like a tactical, like a game situation. You know, we're fighting in the game, shooting each other. He could have advantage over me, not based on pure skill, based on how much money he's put in the game, and that's what pisses me off. But when this game was out, it didn't do that at first. It was just all cosmetics. But recently, this is what has been pissing me off. They've been putting guns, like exclusive guns, in the supply drops. And to my knowledge, I don't believe you can unlock them naturally, you know, with the progression through the game. And to my knowledge, I don't know if you can even grind them out, like getting COD points and stuff like that for free. I don't actually know. I hope someone might quote me on that if you got this far in the commentary. But from what I've noticed, these guns are behind pretty much a luck-based paywall. Obviously, you can get, you know, like COD points for playing the game, and I think you might be able to get them dropped in the crates and that. Obviously, you can get them free to play. But the majority of players are probably going to go out their way, spend money to try and get them. And that's what pisses me off, because some of these guns are fucking sick. Like, I came across the Magnum a little while ago, and the Magnum's like the best fucking pistol in the game. It was fucking ridiculous. It like one-shotted me so many goddamn times. I got into so many situations where I was getting salty because I was getting killed by this player that just was using Magnum only, and he was just absolutely destroying me. And I was just like, well, he has a tactical advantage over me. Well, like, a tactical advantage. Here's me talking like we're in the fucking SAS. But he has an advantage over me because either he got incredibly lucky, or he put money into this game. And that's what's really been pissing me off. And that is something I want to bring up because I didn't bring this up in my last commentary, and that's why I'm redoing it. And those are the two issues I wanted to bring up. There's a few other issues that I forgot to mention, which I'm going to bring up now. And we're just going to go into the review, basically, I made yesterday. So let's talk about Modern Warfare Remastered. And where do I fucking begin? You know, this game is 10 years old now. It's crazy. You know, it feels like yesterday this game came out. It feels like yesterday I was looking in game magazines, seeing screenshots for this game and getting hyped as fuck. How time flies, you know, how time flies is absolutely goddamn crazy. But the question is, does this game stand up? You know, after all these years, does this game stand up? Yes, it fucking does. In my personal opinion, this is one of the most superior Call of Duties out there. Honestly, my favorite Call of Duty is Modern Warfare 2. Then it's probably this one. Then every one of the World War II ones. Then obviously all the other ones after that. But this game holds up well. Like, they have to give them credit. They haven't changed a lot. And obviously that can be a good thing and a bad thing, which we're going to talk about. But the game plays like what you remember. Like, this is kind of a weird sensation, right? Because like, the game looks amazing. Obviously, they've done a fantastic job, obviously, remaking the maps and that, obviously putting in, you know, more graphics and stuff like that. We need more graphics and stuff like that. Just making the game look better, making it modernized and stuff like that. Because obviously, you know, this is a 10-year-old game nowadays. Obviously, it's going to show its age in certain places like that. But basically, even if you do go back and play the original Modern Warfare, it still looks great in some places, but it does show its age a little bit. But this, how do I put it, is quite a weird feeling, because if you played the game around about in 2007, if you played it back in 2007 and you played this remastered now, it's kind of a weird feeling, because it's how you remember it. You know, this is how your kid brain remembered this game back then. You know, because obviously back then, Call of Duty, when I got it, was one of the best looking games I'd ever seen. You know, that it was like, wow, this game looks absolutely ridiculous. This is realism. This is the best graphics we're ever going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, these graphics represent what the game looks like back then. Because obviously, if you go back and look at the game now, it's like, ooh, the game looks a lot different than what I remember, obviously, because nostalgia is hugely blinding. It's an amazing looking game. They've done a great job there. Guns look great, maps look great, models look great. And now I just want to talk about my main fears. I was scared they was going to fuck up the netcode and use the later netcode for, obviously, the Call of Duty games right now. Obviously, getting killed around the corner, getting insta-killed and stuff like that. But to my knowledge and what I've seen while playing this game, I believe it's actually the older netcode. I've been getting in so many gunfights and that where I haven't died instantly. You know, I felt the bullets hit me kind of like in a game like CSGO and that. And it's felt better. I've been posting, even though I haven't played like Call of Duties for ages and that, console games for a long time, because I've been getting into PC games and that. I'm posting decent gameplays, obviously not Unreal gameplays, but I'm posting better gameplays than what I would in Black Ops 3, which is kind of saying something about the netcode. And also as well, another fear I had was that they were going to change the spawns in free-for-all and that. And to my knowledge, what I can tell, I believe it's the older spawns, not the system they introduced in Modern Warfare 3. So that's amazing. I've got to give that credit. It makes the game feel so good. It makes it feel authentic. It makes it feel like the game I played 10 years ago. There's not much else I could say. The gunplay is exactly the same. Like, this is the game from 10 years ago. They haven't changed it in that aspect. It's been a full-on remaster, which is absolutely unreal. Nostalgia is blinding me right now. I've got those nostalgia goggles on that. But I've had such an amazing time playing it. Obviously, you know, just playing this game, I've had so many memories coming back to me. And still, it's a really fun game to play. Like, I honestly prefer playing this over something like Black Ops 3 and stuff like that, where the game has got a little bit silly in that, and obviously I just don't like the way these newer games function. That it's nice to go back and play this game. But this is something that kind of worries me as well. I don't know if this game is future-proofed. Like this is the thing. Like, I wouldn't have purchased this game if I could still play the old Call of Duties. Like, those games are just fucking filled with 12-year-old hackers and stuff like that. Activision, Infinity Ward did not look after their game at all. Those games are just fucking wasteland war zones. Terrible, terrible to play. Not fun at all. And it's sad to see a game like that die. And to my knowledge, I can't really tell on consoles if they're putting a system that will see this game last 5 to 6 years. Like, most likely, this game 5 to 6 years from now is going to be in the same state that the original Modern Warfare is in right now. And that's kind of sad. So play this game as much as you can right now. And look for the remaster of the remaster in the next fucking PS4, Xbox 2, wherever it's going to be goddamn called after E3. Like, Jesus Christ, I don't really know where their names are going to go. But yeah, expect to see this game remastered down the line to get some more of that sweet, sweet mahoney. But now I'm going to talk about some stuff that I forgot to mention in my previous commentary and that. It's like, I get the I get the thing with remastered and that, obviously just, you know, bringing the game to a modern system and that, because obviously this game was released a generation ago. It's my personal opinion, you should remaster some things that you got wrong back in the day and change them a little bit. Though, don't get me wrong, don't change massive parts of the game, don't change the overall feel of the game, that it actually feels like, it doesn't feel like Modern Warfare, it feels like Black Ops 3, don't do that. But there's a few little things that's just like, come on now, you should have goddamn changed that. One of them I want to mention is the kill streaks not stacking. That's one thing that's really been bugging me, because I've been playing it quite a lot today and that. The amount of times I got 3 kills and suddenly I got 2 more kills and called in my fucking, airstrike and that. Then I'm like just flicking my right D-pad like, oh, why is my UAV not calling in? I was like, oh yeah, this is Modern Warfare, the kill streaks didn't stack. That is something so simple, and that's something that if you fixed it, it wouldn't change the experience at all. It wouldn't stop Modern Warfare from being Modern Warfare. And it's just something like, come on now. That was a problem you fixed with the later titles. Just implement that, for fuck's sake. You know what I'm saying? But now another issue I don't really know how to approach is that, like, I would like to talk about the perks and the guns and that. But deep down, I feel like if you change the perks and the guns and that, it would change the overall experience. Like, I'm still salty about Last Stand. Like, there's so many people fucking run Last Stand. It's like, stop fucking using Last Stand. Fuck you. Or martyrdom. Fuck them too. But it's like, there's so many guns in this game that even back in the day were shit. Like the Mini Uzi and even the Scorpion and stuff like that. They were terrible guns back in the day. And I would never, ever, ever use them on Modern Warfare Remastered. Because like in so many situations, you're going to be outclassed by so many other guns. And I personally feel like they should have maybe gone, you know what, let's buff these guns a little bit in that. But deep down now, I'm like, oh, maybe if they buff those guns, it might change the experience a little bit. But honestly, it wouldn't. You know, they should have looked at stuff like that. Minor little tweaks here and there just to improve the overall experience. Because this is supposed to be a remaster. You're supposed to improve a few little areas. You know, keep the same core of the game. Keep the same core there. Keep that core Modern Warfare experience, what made Modern Warfare, but change a few other little things in that. And the fact that they didn't just felt a little bit sloppy and a little bit lazy. And that kind of makes me a little bit more annoyed by the microtransactions and DLC and that, because it's like, oh, you found time to add that shit in the game, but you could even make minor little improvements here and there that would overall improve this experience and make this the pinnacle version of Modern Warfare. Because at the end of the day, all this is just a graphical upgrade. That's all this is. Like, it's just a graphical upgrade on newer systems, and that's it. Like that's all. That's all I can really say about it. Like, obviously, my nostalgia goggles are on. I still fucking love this game. It's nice that I can actually get into a lobby and it's not brimmed and fucking filled with 12-year-old hackers and that jumping around the map with God mode and that. It's great that I can actually play and enjoy it, and I have been playing and enjoying it, because this is the thing recently. I don't know if it's me just getting older and that. Like, I haven't been enjoying video games as much as I used to and that, but just sitting back, playing Call of Duty and that, like Modern Warfare Remastered, I've been enjoying it. I really have been enjoying it. Like, I don't take games as seriously as I used to. Like, back in the day, I used to be a fucking little try-hard in this game. I used to be try-hards on all the Call of Duties and that. But now I don't really care about getting gameplays and that. I record whatever I record. But I just enjoy it. You know, I'm just sitting back enjoying it. Obviously, I'm filled with memories from this game. I have so many memories of playing this game in the past and that. But it's just a fun, enjoyable game to play. Like, even though it's got a lot of negatives right now that I can talk about, which I have talked about in this commentary and that, for me, the nostalgia and positives just outweigh the negatives and that. And I've just been really enjoying it. And that's all I wanted to say. I really just wanted to make this commentary just talking about this game, and also to say I'm still alive, I'm not dead, I'm just living my life. Really, I got a couple of commentaries coming up in that, because after I made that commentary yesterday, I actually went and made some other commentaries afterwards in that, which I'm not going to change because I thought they were pretty decent now. But it's kind of weird talking about that. Like, this commentary hasn't gone out yet, they haven't got out yet, but this is being made before, well, this is going out before them, so it's going to feel like it's being made before them, even though it's been made after them. It's a fucking weird situation, but who cares? Let's roll with it. And all I really got to say right now is, if you got this far in the commentary, do you have Modern Warfare Remastered? What's your opinion? You know, do you enjoy this game? Does it feel like the game you played 10 years ago? Because in my personal opinion, it does. You know, it does resonate with my 13-year-old self back in the day. Like, I am enjoying it as much as I used to. But I'm actually curious about people's opinions on this game. Like, do you agree with them putting DLC in, the microtransaction? That I feel like most people are going to say no. And I feel like not a lot of people are going to be able to actually stand up for actually saying they're right for putting that into the game. But what's your opinions on it? Does this game stand up to the game it was 10 years ago? And do you feel like, you know, this game is superior to some of the Call of Duties coming out nowadays? And just don't let nostalgia blind you. Try and look back on it deeply and thoroughly, and try not let your young self corrupt your modern opinion of this game. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. I've been Mr. Teacups. Hope you rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.